Hello people, let me continue from where we were yesterday. We began a series, a little short mini series before Christmas Day on the miracles of Christmas, and there are just so many. We spoke yesterday about the miracle of God's presence. They all begin with a P, by the way. The miracle of God's presence with us in human form. Not as God out there with his eyes everywhere seeing all that is to be seen, but being a human being in this place, on the stinking, sinful planet. Now, kick my camera. I want to take you to another verse, also in the book of Isaiah, and it comes from Isaiah chapter 9. It says this, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders," and it goes on to recount many of the names, Prince of Peace, Counselor, Mighty God, that Jesus will have, still has, and always has had. But the thing that intrigues me is the aspect of it being his son, that God sent his son. Now, the P that I have for you today is God's priority. You see, if that had been me, I would have said, can I send a servant? Can I send a servant? And Jesus told a parable that frightening. That says that God, in the story of the parable, here was the king, and he wanted to get rent from the guys who were running his vineyard. He sent people, they went one after the other, and they just ignored them, and they eventually killed many of them. And so he thought to himself, God did, to say, well, they surely wouldn't do that to my son. Let me send my son to them, and they will surely listen to him because he's the heir of everything. He is the son of the king. And so they sent the son. And the son was treated badly. They killed the son. And so that's an incredible picture of the story of Jesus coming to this earth. The world didn't understand him. How can this world was never made for somebody quite like him? He's perfect. He's holy. He's above everything. And yet he is God's son. The priority here, people, is the priority that we see God putting in you and me. He loved us. He cared for us. He believed in us. He never wrote us off. He could have sent anybody else. He could have sent the angel Michael, go, and you be the substitute for helping to sin. But he found a person, a perfect person, his own son. Now, when we think of the magnitude of priorities, and we think, man, everything has a priorital value, and we have these priorities in our lives, that these things are more important than anything else. I don't know anything more important than your son, your child, your own child, that you would send him, knowing full well that they would mistreat him, they would not listen to him, they would ignore him, misunderstand him, and ultimately kill him. And yet God's priority was so high for your and my redemption that he sent Jesus, his own son. People, I need you to catch the value of who you are, how valuable you are to God, that if he would have sent his only begotten son, you must be pretty special in God's eyes. Contemplate that today, to think, wow, God could have just snuffed me out and wiped out the world and started all over again, but he didn't do that. I am of such a high priority to God that he sent Jesus, his son, to be the sacrifice for my sin and to be here in a baby form for Christmas. That's great. High priority. It's you and me. We're always on God's mind. We are the apple of his eyes. Oh man, that's incredible. Think about that, people. See you tomorrow.